So, today I want to talk about what we do when God closes a door or how we deal with disappointment. God actually didn't close the door, He slammed it shut for me. And I was trying to figure out how to deal with those emotions, right? Um, I was looking forward to something and it didn't happen. COVID has canceled everything. And not just COVID, but just life happens sometimes where the thing you wanted doesn't happen. And I was really feeling disappointed about it. And so what I did was I was just burying those feelings. I decided that I was going to distract myself, that I didn't want to deal with it, that I was just going to think about something else and do something else, that I was going to eat like my weight in chocolate or pizza or what have you. And as I was doing these not very as I'm doing these not very healthy coping mechanisms, the Lord just kind of taps me on the shoulder and He says, "Hey, I want you to give that to me." And I had just never thought of it like that. God wants us to take everything to Him in prayer, including our disappointments, including our negative emotions. And He wants us to learn how to trust Him with that. If we think about a natural friend, a friend who only wants to be involved in our lives in the good times is not a very good friend. We don't say, "Hey, I'm not going to come to you with this because I'm feeling bad right now or because I'm disappointed." No, with our true friends, we bring them every emotion. We say, we bring them every emotion. We tell them about the good, we tell them about the bad, we tell them about the ugly. And so if we do that with our natural friends, how much more should we do that with our earthly father, with our heavenly friend who knows us and created us? And I said this before and I'll say it again. Life is not about what happens to you. Life is about how you respond to it. So disappointments are a big part of life. Things do not happen the way we want them to all the time, period. That's just how life goes. But what's important is how we respond to that. You learn a lot about a person by how they react when they don't get what it is that they want. And so we as Christians, when we don't get what we want, we should still show forth love, joy, peace, long suffering. But in order to be able to show those things, we have to recognize and acknowledge those emotions. We have to say, "Hey, Lord, I am feeling disappointed about this." And then the beautiful thing about Christ is that He exchanges our negative for the positive. Even though bad things happen, He says, "Come unto me, all you that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." We take our load to Him, and He helps us bear through it. He helps us suffer through it. He helps us submit to Him through it. I think about so many people in the Bible times suffered disappointment. I think about Joseph, how he was disappointed again and again. Potiphar's wife lied on him. No, let's back up. First, he's sold into slavery, but then he gets a primo position in Potiphar's house. Great. But then Potiphar's wife lies on him. Oh no. And then he's put in prison. Yikes. And then he interprets somebody's dream and they say, "Hey, we're going to get you out of here." But then it doesn't happen for a long time, right? So he had opportunities to be disappointed. He was disappointed. And I believe what he did with that disappointment was take it to God and say, "Hey, God, I wanted this to happen and it didn't. How do I navigate these emotions? I'm dealing with these emotions. What do I do with them?" And so many times what we want to do with our disappointment, with our negative emotions, is just ignore it and bury it. But we really need to take it to the Lord. So I hope this helps you like it helped me. Even in our disappointments, even in our bad times, even in our sad times, take it to the Lord in prayer and He will work all things. All things work together for good to them that love God. God bless you. Make good choices.